Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go over the latest This Week at Bungie article, and it will be pretty quick as not much is really new except for a few things. So let's get right into the new info. So starting off, we now know all the perks coming into the artifact next season. So let's go ahead and start with the first column. The first column is going to have all the champion mods that we should expect to have. So we are going to have anti-barrier sidearms and pulse rifles, overload bows, unstoppable scout rifles, and finally automatics overload, which applies to auto rifles and SMGs. Additionally, whenever you have an activity with these champions, these weapons will be overcharged, but do remember they do not stack with surge damage buff. In column 2, we do have some new mods called authorized mods, which lowers the cost of applying certain mods that affect your weapons with a specific damage type and abilities. These mods for this season are going to be for solar, strand, void, and grenades. As for the last one, called multi-siphon mods, this one grants access to armor mods in your helmet that combine the effects of the strand siphon mod with the solar siphon mod and void siphon mod. In column 3, we have shatter orbs. The first time you break a combatant's shield, you will create an orb of power if you break a shield with a matching damage type. Defiant Armory greatly improves the benefits provided by the Noble Deeds, Nanotech Tracer Rockets, Text Balance Stock, and Ambush Origin traits. Untangler. Destroying a tangle with a strand weapon suspends targets damaged by the explosion. Solar Surge. Collecting a fire sprite gives you armor charge. Finally, Volatile Flow. Picking up an orb of power grants your void weapons volatile rounds. In column 4, we have Bricks from Beyond. Defeating a powerful combatant with a void weapon has a chance to generate heavy ammo for you and your teammates. Flare Up. Firebolt grenades apply more scorch stacks. Damaging a combatant with a firebolt grenade spawns a fire sprite near them. Origin Hones. Weapons with the Noble Deeds, Nano Tracing Rockets, Text Balance Stock, and Ambush Origin traits are always overcharged when that modifier is active. Allied Unraveling. Rapid final blows with the strand weapon grant your weapon unraveling rounds, with a longer duration near allies. Counter Weave. When you or a member of your fire team stuns or defeats a champion, you gain energy for your least charged strand ability. For the last column, column 5, we have Stranded Reach. Destroying a tangle with a strand weapon creates a large and more damaging explosion. Rain of Firebolts. When you have firebolt grenades equipped, gain a second grenade charge. Void Weapons Channeling. Gain a temporary bonus to void weapon damage after you defeat a target with a void weapon while at least one of your void abilities is fully charged. This damage bonus increases based on the number of fully charged void abilities you have. Medieval Champion. Glaives you wield fire a powerful explosive payload that stuns unshielded combatants, strong against unstoppable champions, and additionally, glaives are always overcharged when the modifier is active. Landing consecutive hits with a sword disrupts combatants, stunning them, delaying ability energy regeneration, and lowering combatant damage output. Strong against overload champions, and additionally, swords are always overcharged when that modifier is active. Finally, Prismatic Transfer. When you cast your super, each member of your fire team with a subclass damage type different than yours gains a bonus to weapon damage. Some pretty interesting mods there, and remember that artifact mods are changing this season to only be pick 12, but no longer have to be equipped. They are now called artifact perks, so you only need to unlock one perk for the artifact and it will apply to your character right there. No need to equip it. Last, they talk about some competitive PvP changes, so let's get started with that. First, they point out that during your placement games, people can now place into the Platinum Division for placements if you were Adept or Ascendant in the previous season. Next, they talk about mode and map weighing. They are lowering how common Rift and Showdown will appear in matches, so now Survival should show up roughly about 2/3 of the time, while Rift and Showdown will show up about 1/3 of the time. On top of that, some maps may not show up as often as they do not play well for Showdown. Maps that should be showing up more are Javelin 4, Endless Veil and Altar of Flame in the competitive division, and Disjunction and Cathedral of Dusk have been removed entirely from the rotation. Starting Season 20, you can gild the Glorious title by reaching the Adept division, as well as a number of other Crucible triumphs. Lastly, in Season 20, they are introducing a new modifier for Trials of Osiris in competitive PvP called Not Swap. This modifier will remove all your ability energy just like if you swapped subclasses, if you now also swap exotic armor during a match. There are no plans to add the modifier to anything other than those two modes alone. So that covers everything new that Bungie has told us about in this week at Bungie, and the new artifact perks sound interesting and fun. So I'm excited to try those out. The PvP changes seem okay to me. I don't play PvP at all, and I still haven't even tried competitive PvP. But I did try Trials around when it first came out, but the Not Swap modifier I think sounds like a good change. I can see why Not Swap was brought in, because you can drastically change the way some abilities work just by switching armor pieces, and the enemies wouldn't even know until they open a roster menu and look at your gear again. That's all I have to say about this article, so go ahead and let me know what you guys think about the artifact perks or the competitive PvP changes down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.